I'm gonna go up there and look at see what the camera situation, the guard situation. And like I got up there, bro, and I just noticed there was just trash all over. I'm just like, this place is not fucking cared about.
Hollyweed sign, the Hollywood sign.
Like organic fucking press.
Now reading Hollyweed.
It's way bigger than I could have ever imagined.
Vandalism, expression, or activism. Regardless of your opinion, Jesus' Hands does not give a shit what you think. His stony sweet nature and kindness are undeniably sincere, but his mission is to make people think, question, and disrupt, all with a message of peace and love.
Right on Hollywood. I love that nothing's beeping because I don't have my seatbelt on. Yes!
Oh,
Fuck!
yeah.
I love this whole life.
Yeah, this is before, if seatbelts are like, if you want, throw one on, you know?
Don't worry, people live, people die.
Yeah, you might be better off not having one on because the thing might catch fire.
Right?
You gotta fucking bail.
They never talk about that part, do they?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I was talking to you earlier, as an artist, you become like a vehicle for like inspiration and then action. And so like for me, this was like both of those. It was inspiration and action, but I felt like I was just like kind of in the background. Like my body was just the vehicle to do it. And so like, you know, when those like impulses come upon you, man, whatever it is in life that you're fucking doing, fucking act on it, because you're gonna be guided by like the highest source of our fucking life, like the light that fucking drives us, like the light, that's it. And so like that day I felt like I got to encompass the light in a lot of ways, like so pure, bro. It's fucking trippy as fuck. It brought me where I am today, you know what I mean? And like, bro, it's fucking incredible, you know what I mean?
I felt like because of all the press and everything, it got on like national news. It kind of like, probably for the rest of the world, was like, oh shit, like these weed people are really like making statements out
yeah,
there.
bro.
Fucking ready to climb up on the Hollywood sign and do some shit, you know. Zach's art changes perception, whether it be a globally recognized landmark or throwing art instead of sneakers over telephone lines. He makes people question what their eyes are so conditioned to see. And in my book, that is the true essence of artistic expression. The Hollywood sign was originally changed to read Hollyweed by artist Danny Finegood in 1976 in acknowledgement of California's relaxed cannabis laws. When Zach changed the sign 40 years later, he was motivated by the times we were living in. We had a new reality star president and a booming cannabis industry in California. It was perfect timing to pay homage to the Hollywood artist by representing the culture he exists in and to make his own mark in cannabis history.
So sick.
So we're gonna
sweet
put him
home.
right here.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
Just like slid back.
In the hot seat.
So fun.
We got lights this time.
Yeah, it's a little different scene with
Yeah.
lights on.
Yeah,
Norman's like, nice little
I know, right? I took these off.
Yeah, exactly.
Blue light.
Yeah.
Yeah, shades of the vibe.
How did you know to scale it? Because that was always something for me. I'm like, how the fuck did Zach know how to exactly like the right amount of sheets? And then you put the peace sign and you put another flag on there.
Yeah, peace and love.
Put the peace and love sign so it like had some theme to it.
Yes. Prior to, I only hiked the sign one time just to scout it. Exactly what you said. I was like, I'm gonna go up there and look at see what the camera situation, the guard situation. I get up there and I'm like taking pictures and like, there's only the height of the building. I'm like not good at math. I've never been in art class. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take some pictures of the backside of the sign just to see like what I'm looking at. I went home and I was like, oh, I gotta get some fucking scale on this bitch. And so like what I did was on the side of the letters, there's ladders going up and there's like the rungs of the ladder. I'm like, well, what's like the fucking code for like rungs on a ladder on a fucking billboard or something? And it was like 1.5 feet. And I was like, all right, well, that's my scale. And so like I took that, measured it out, and that's how I got the size of the inside. Yeah, and then I gave myself another couple, like 3 feet just in case. I was like,
It looked exactly fucking perfect.
Perfect, right? Yeah. Yeah, I got the sheets and fucking clamped them on. So poor. I did it for like $40 or something of material. You know what I mean? And then it's like, well, it's changed my fucking life, bro. Changed my fucking life in one day.
Congratulations.
For
Man,
40
you
bucks.
didn't win out
$40
there.
bucks. Yeah. You know, and it's hard for me to even still to this day, it's still hard for me to digest and be like, fuck, people really fuck with that, huh?
Yeah.
I guess so, you know? And it's like never would I imagine would this would be something that changed my life so monumental.
When you were doing it, you didn't think like, oh, I'm gonna make a brand out of this and it's gonna get all this attention
Fuck
and whatnot.
No. Nope. You know, as an artist, like, it's hard to not, like, I have integrity, and so, like, it took me fucking a year and a half to even think about making a brand with it. And I'm like, ugh, do I do it? Do I not? But then I started to see people use it in the industry, and I'm like, well, fuck, if anybody's gonna use it, it's gonna be me. Yeah,
Fuck
it's like,
you.
fuck that, yeah. Like, I appreciate you, but like, fuck, like, it's gonna be me. I'm an artist as well. Like, no, hold on, pull the reins, let's bring it back, you know? So, like, it's been a real fucking experience and life-changing event. We did Hall of Flowers 2019, March. I was so nervous to go there. I was like, fuck, first of all, we're in NorCal. Fuck, it's like,
That's how we feel in SoCal.
bro, I was so scared.
Fish out of water down here.
Yeah, bro. Second of all, I'm like releasing a brand based on something that I did, and I don't want to feel like a sellout. And I was like so nervous. I just remember the morning of, bro, and like feeling like the lights were coming on. It was just like the start of this big show, this big expo. Fucking, I'll never forget it. Just stop morning, bro. Just like everything's set up and like about to turn on. I'm like, all right, here we go. Like, this is gonna be like make or break, and then fuck, it went better than I could have ever expected, bro. Like organic fucking press teaming me up with like Post Malone and fucking 2 Chainz and fucking Chelsea Handler. I'm like, whoa, this is way bigger than I could have ever imagined. And the industry is a tight fucking network of people, bro. It starts real small. I remember fucking Rama Mayo said from Green Street, he's like, bro, he's like, Hollywood started with like 3 people. Like you know, the movie industry. It's like the same thing with cannabis, bro. And I was like, oh fuck, it's so true, bro. It's like cannabis starts with a couple people, and it's like, look at, we are the industry. That's it. And like, you guys are the industry. You guys are the fucking, you know, the fucking trailblazers.
The original founders of the company are like the dopest dudes, and they're not scared of work. Like, I think there's not many CEOs that are out in the garden doing it every day. Going, hey, this is what we got to do. Basically, to save our company. Because,
bro.
You know, we were competing on a high level against all these just big money guys coming in,
bro.
and their marketing teams, and boom, 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 and they're like,
teams,
you know, they're doing a good job out there, and we kind of had it benefited us to be kind of first ones out there, you know?
so real. You know, I fucking so much like gratitude for, you know, being able to be in the industry before it was like, you know, a big industry, I guess. You know what I mean? Before it's like this media fucking show.
And it's just getting started.
Just getting started.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
It's like everybody's like, oh, the industry is this big. God, dude, it's
No,
still
bro, it's
baby
so
right
baby.
now.
Sitting in the top still. There's not
like,
left.
We're gonna look back on these days like, oh,
Fuck,
that was
right?
when the thing was tiny and
Yeah,
we didn't know
bro.
what's going on. You know,
That's
like
exactly
right
right.
now is the starting line of this thing. You know?
Very starting line. It's being so close to it. It feels like it's a massive thing, and like, you know, you may be missing something or doing, you know, but no, bro. This is the very beginning. Very fucking beginning.
I always said these are the good old days.
Yeah,
You always
bro.
look back and like, oh, it's the good old days. As long as we're staying like pure
True to
and
it.
positive
Yep.
and true to it,
Yep.
putting out content that we want the world to see is like, this is the real industry. Like, this is the real, you know, even industry sounds kind of weird, but like, these are the people behind cannabis that have been kind of like doing it, paving the way for everybody, whether it be through art or growing or extraction or the brand as a whole. Like,
right.
these are the fucking good old days.
These
Let's
are
go.
the good old days.
Live in it. Be
How
present.
lucky are we, right?
Yeah.
To be at the beginning of this shit.
So getting a little more back into like the art side of things, like what you do with your Instagram and having like your homegirl, I think the stylist that comes in and does
Yeah,
your shit. You're
fucking
like
Lori,
cowboy hats and hairy chest and
Super
fucking
random
face
shit.
ink and shit.
Yeah.
It's like so dope, dude.
So fun, right?
Like not a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, bro, I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's like I don't really have a strategy. And I think sometimes that's my downfall because I'm like, fuck, I don't have a strategy, so I feel like I don't have a routine. But I feel like that's like the artist's way. I mean, it's in a lot of ways, you know what I mean? Organically, like I'm a self-taught artist. Like I fucking barely made it to half of high school and like I never had an art class. And so like, I think a lot of it is just like viewing life as it is, you know, and expressing myself and what I feel as a human. And so like, if it doesn't feel right, it's gonna be really hard for me to do something if it doesn't feel right. You know, that's like how I operate. And like, you know, it's like, I feel like as an artist, I'm not honed in on one thing. I'm also like an entrepreneur, and like I've always been in this mindset of trying to like make a business and something people can relate to. But you know, it's like it's a fine line as an artist and entrepreneur, because it's like they're almost like two opposite worlds. You know
There's
what I
a
mean?
lot of artistry to being a real entrepreneur.
Yes.
You know, like you have to
Yes.
be really creative. You know,
Yes,
you're
bro.
not following a line.
Yes,
you know,
bro.
so you have to like really think outside the box and figure out that everything. So I think
Yes.
true entrepreneurs are also artists.
Artists,
Yeah.
absolutely, bro. And it's so interesting because I feel like there's so much more to life than being just a gallery artist
Yeah,
or
staying in your lane.
staying in my lane. It's like, bro, I have so much to say. Like, life's too short to be stuck in one fucking place, and like I gotta fucking keep moving like a shark. You know what I mean?
Isn't that what people relate to? Like, that's the
Yeah.
difference. It's like not trying to be this thing where it's like, oh, I have a plan and I'm going to present it in this way necessarily. Like, you're just doing you and
Yes.
posting what the fuck you want to post.
Yes.
And the people who are down with it are going to get down with you. And
That's
like
right.
long term, legacy wise, the not feeling like you sold out. Because at the end of the day, it's like us and how we feel in our hearts and in our mind and in our spirit that
That's right.
like really like motivates us.
Speaks,
So don't ever let any of that get in your way, because we need more of that.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You know what I
appreciate that
mean?
shit.
Like, we
Yeah.
really need more of that in the mix, and the people that fuck with you are the people that you're gonna want to fuck with you.
That's right.
You know?
Exactly, bro. And it's like, you know, it's been a fucking struggle for me. You know what I mean? To find that balance for sure, bro. Because it's like, I don't know, I'm fucking hard on myself a lot of the times. You know what I mean? Because I always want to do better and like be better. But like, you know, you're right. It's like, fuck. The people want to fuck with you, will fuck with you, and like that's it.
I
That's all
think
that
cannabis
matters.
promotes that mindset too.
Well, I love what you guys are doing. I think it's like the epitome of like LA weed, Hollywood
Fuck
weed
yeah.
industry stuff, and like to see super dope people like yourself who always have the best of intentions and always want to bring good energy to people. Like, we need more of that, and those are the kind of people we want to fuck with, or we
Fuck
want to
yeah.
talk to like really, hopefully, if it changes like one person's opinion about the industry or about a brand or about, you know, an individual, then like that's worth it to us.
Yeah.
And the rest of the people that want to fuck with it, like, this is
It's all icing on the cake.
this is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
like all icing on the cake.
Yep.
These are the guys. These are the people you should be supporting. You know, we got
Likewise.
Hollyweed. All the people that we bring to Inside Out Cannabis is going to be the people that we feel that you guys don't have to weed through any of the bullshit. You can like trust in us
Yeah.
that we're going to bring you like the right people. We're always going to keep it real.
Yeah.
Fuck
we don't
yeah.
even know how to do it any other way.
We don't really know how to do it any
Yeah,
other
the
way.
vibes are what
Okay.
they are. That's
Yeah.
it.
Fuck yeah, cheers to that.
Cheers
Yeah.
to that, bro. Big time. Fucking drinks are fucking
you.
so good, bro. So good.